As we begin to take small steps to advocate for ourselves, we start to pave the path toward the beauty way of living. Mantras and positive affirmations are also simple statements we can say to ourselves to start to learn how we can self-advocate and uphold our value and worth. When we begin to feel comfortable with saying simple positive things to ourselves regularly, we can even move into trying some more complex statements. Regularly and repeatedly saying simple but meaningful phrases to ourselves, like these mantras and affirmations, can help us to boost our self-esteem. These statements often also make us feel good too, because we know on some deep level that there is a significant morsel of truth we are touching upon when we strive to assure ourselves. Although it may be tough to come up with affirmations and mantras that work for us, we might start by simply saying "I am worth it" or "everything is going to be okay." I invite you now into the process of sharing statements that affirm our worthiness and help us to feel supported as we pursue ways to share our greater gifts. First, let us set the positive intention. Think of something you would like to see happen in your life right now. Know that we might feel pains or sadness in our body when we embark on this healing journey, and this is a sign that it is a want that is great, asking for us to take notice. Next, we will pave the path, allowing us to step into a role where we are blissfully engaging and imparting our radiant light unto the world. I invite you to take some time considering the negative things you regularly say to yourself as you move through your tasks. Be honest about what we tell ourselves when we note or write down these statements. Then, after you purge your list and sit with it, I encourage you to take some time with each statement and consider positive alternatives. Sometimes these new statements might feel scary or unusual to hear and may need to be restated so that we feel they are phrased just right, so they feel good to say and hear. So, spend time crafting each statement until it really feels like it is boosting you and helping you to feel that it is true. If we do not construct these statements carefully, we will feel and know it when we hear them. The good thing is we can tweak them as we move through our journey, as we learn who we are and what we need, and we grow into new patterns of self-care. When we create a more positive affirmational message, it soothes that darkness and fear. If it feels right to you, invite the joy of your inner child to help with this process if playfulness helps you to heal. These new positive self-statements do not need to be complexly built statements. In fact, some of the simplest and most earnestly chosen statements can add value and beauty to our lived experiences. I know that often when I am feeling the effects of fear and anxiety, it seems apparent to me suddenly that other negative impacts of the messages from my past, it still affects how I deal with life today. Yet, in those moments I also come to know just what it is that my inner child wants and needs to hear. Oftentimes, saying something very simple like, "everything is going to be okay," is a perfectly good statement that carries me through. I say this to myself frequently throughout the day. I tend to feel better along the way. Return to your statements as much as you wish and enjoy the radiance you created over and over again, or adjust them along